Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Elias Abboud.
Good evening, graduates, teachers, administrators, parents, and of course, siblings who are forced to attend. It is an absolute honor to stand here before you today. Or at least it was initially an honor. You see, after sitting down to write this address, I decided to do a little bit of research on this generation, so I could better tailor this speech to our collective teenage interests. And boy, I was shocked. You teenage hooligans are evidently some of the most rotten and despicable human beings to ever walk the face of the earth. According to my research and the testimonials of countless experts, teens of today are a bunch of testosterone-filled, sex-crazed, weed-smoking, selfie-obsessed, fidget-spinning, godless abominations of mankind. You are all somehow both rich, spoiled brats and lazy, poor bums. You are apparently both anti-government rebels and crazy left-wing communists. You're both anti-freedom of speech fascists and hippies who have nothing better to do than protest all day long. To quote the world's greatest political genius, Glenn Beck, this is a generation of would-be killers who do not know the meaning of merit, who only care about themselves, and who do not understand how to accomplish anything of real, lasting value. Quite frankly, you all disgusted me. However, I decided to think for myself for just a moment, and a question popped into my mind. Where are all these teenage demons that everyone keeps complaining about? Because I surely haven't witnessed any in my lifetime. In fact, I've seen quite the opposite. In recent years, I have read about teenagers who have conducted breakthrough cancer research, founded multi-billion-dollar companies like Facebook, published novels, competed in the Olympics, and so much more. Additionally, I have 476 counterexamples sitting right here before me today. Here in Jackson Township, we have some of the country's best basketball players, nationally ranked speech and debaters, a marching band that has literally traveled the world, and hundreds of high school students who have taken classes like calculus and statistics that were exclusively offered in college just a few decades ago. Now, perhaps I'm a tad biased, but I have failed to find any tangible evidence whatsoever to corroborate the widespread claims that this generation is any more devilish than those before us. Well, maybe more devilishly handsome. Ultimately, I think it's about time we put this claim in the same category as the Bowling Green Massacre, the CIA's microwave oven spy cameras, and the rest of the alternative facts. Unfortunately, though, I fear that the name-calling of teenagers in this generation is just part of a wider trend of pessimism that is sweeping over this great nation, and it needs to be seriously addressed. Throughout the past election cycle especially, I have heard thousands of people from both sides of the aisle regularly claim that this country is headed down the toilet. Furthermore, I have heard people increasingly rave that today's youth will rapidly be consumed by an insurmountable national debt, that World War III may be just over the horizon, that advances in technology will soon leave the entire workforce without a job, and countless other apocalyptic predictions for the future. To be entirely honest, I can't remember the last time I turned on the television and actually heard something positive. For one of the few times in this nation's history, adults of today believe that the next generation will be worse off than their own. To paraphrase Jimmy Carter, there is a crisis of confidence in this country, or rather, there is a fear for the future in which the intergenerational bashing is just one small part. So, to all of you who have been duped into believing that this country, or even humanity, is on its way out, I have 3 simple words for you. Open your eyes. The second that you open your eyes, close your ears, and think for yourself is the second that you will realize the future is something to eagerly await, not to abhor or to dread. According to the World Bank, the number of people living in extreme poverty will decrease by 500 million by the year 2025. The World Health Organization anticipates infant mortality will fall 40% by the year 2030. By 2035, NASA plans to put a man on Mars, and by 2040, the World Wildlife Fund expects the United States to rely primarily on renewable energy sources. And finally, by the year 2050, International Studies Quarterly predicts that the number of wars throughout the earth will decrease by at least 50%. The world is, in fact, changing. But despite what people may say, it is improving. And do not allow anyone to tell you different. Simply put, this is the greatest time to be alive, and it is only getting better. So be ready. Do not brace for the changes of the future. Rather, embrace them. Do not long for days past. Instead, welcome the days to come. Do not allow progress to drag you forward, but drive it forward. Now, this is not to say that there won't be significant challenges that lie ahead, because there will be. We are faced with complex 21st century problems to which there are only complex 21st century solutions. But I believe that the road forward is paved upward, with perhaps a few minor cracks and divots along the way. So, fellow graduates, I hope you all can stand here and confidently agree with me when I honestly say, I cannot wait to see what the future holds for all of us. Thank you.